Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to factorize quadratic expressions. There are 4 questions. I am going to use one of the methods. Alright? What I want to demonstrate first will be the general form of a quadratic expression. Okay? And that is ax squared plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0, right? So x squared, this is actually the coefficient of x squared. Bx, this b is the coefficient of the x term. C is our constant term. So let's look here. If I ask you to identify a, b, and c, a is going to be 1 because the coefficient of x squared is 1. B, it is going to be 7. Plus is in front of it, that is why I said 7. Or we say positive 7. C is the constant term or the number that doesn't have a letter beside it. The sign in front of it governs it, so C will be 12. In this case, A will be 1. B is going to be minus 5 and C will be 6. A, 3, B, negative 11, C, negative 4. And in this case, A is negative 1, B is negative 1, and C is 2. You may notice the order is in the reverse way. It really doesn't matter. Once we go through our work and we do so logically, we are going to see our solutions come out to be the exact same. So you will be hearing me saying A and C a lot, because in one of the ways to simplify, right, we can find A and C, then come up with the factors of A and C, and we go on like that. So look at what I'm going to do. Because I want to factorize, I need 4 parts. But I just have 1, 2, 3 parts. So what we actually do is to expand B. I'm going to expand this bx. Yes, but I'm going to do so logically. And to do so, I am going to find AC. A is 1, C is 12. So AC will be 12. Now you come up with the factors of 12, all factors of 12. 1, I am going to find the multiplying factors, right? 1 by 12, 2 by 6, 3 by 4. Each of these can give me 12. Once you have all the factors listed, the multiplying ones, you'd think of which 2 you can add to get 7. If I add 1 to 12, I will get 13. 2 to 6 will give me 8. But 3 to 4 will give me 7. So I'm going to expand this piece using 3 and 4. So you will rewrite your x squared. Do not write 7x, but you write 4x plus 3x. Agree that 4x plus 3x will give us back 7x? Yes. Now I have 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I group them in 2's. Having done that, I factorize by going into each of those parentheses. X squared and 4x. What is common will be x. X plus 4 goes into the parentheses. You will notice me doing something continuously. Exactly what I have in the first parentheses, you will see me writing it again, as in y. These 2 parentheses must correspond. Letters and numbers must be the same. Signs must also be the same. I need to look in here now to determine how do I get back 3x and how do I get back 12. Notice. So if I multiply 3 by x, I'll get back 3x. If I multiply 3 by 4, I must get back 12. A sign must go in front of this number. Now this one is simple because they are all positive. Because they are all positive, we know immediately a plus sign is going to go there. And then we're finished. We just write our answer now. The largest goes first. So the largest is one of our common. We write one of those parentheses and then we use the factoring out these factors that we had. That makes up the second one. Right? X plus 4 is greater than 3x. So I factorize and I'm going again. I am going to find AC. A is 1, C is 6. 6 by 1 is 6. What will give me 6? 1 by 6, 2 by 3. Now this one is a little tricky. Let us look carefully. We need to get a positive 6 when we multiply. But when we add them together, we need a negative 5. Now, if I add 6 and 1, I'll get 7. But if I add 2 and 3, I'll get 5. So my only thing now is to change the sign because I must get back a negative 5 when I add them. Negative 2 plus negative 3 is negative 5. And negative 2 multiplied by negative 3 will give me positive 6. So I go to expand. You rewrite your square term. Do not rewrite your negative 5x, but use these two terms. Minus 2x, minus 3x, and you rewrite your last term, which is plus 6. Next step is to group. And my next step will be to go into each of them. Common factor in the first parenthesis is x. X multiplied by x will give me x squared. X multiplied by 2 will give me negative 2x. And you'll see me do it again. Exactly what's in one must be in the other. Now I need to determine I have x and I want to get back 3x. So I have to multiply by 3. This is a negative. Down here it's a positive. So I will use a negative to get it back. Because negative 3 by positive x is negative 3x. Negative 3 by negative 2 is positive 6. Good? And now I write my answer. The larger one goes first, and the larger one is x minus 2. And then we use our x minus 3 for our smaller. That's our answer. I am going again. Notice this one is a little bit different because I notice my square term is to the extreme right. Students, it doesn't matter where you see it. Good? A is negative 1 and C is a positive 2. Negative 1 by positive 2 will give us negative 2. Let's come up with our multiplying factors. We can multiply negative 1 by 2 and we can multiply 2 by negative 1. Both cases will give us negative 2. Now only one of these will be correct for us to use in here. I need a negative x. Because I want a negative x, the larger one has to be a negative. Or we would say the smaller, because when we go on the number line, we see and we know that 1 is greater than negative 2. But we say larger one has to be negative because when we subtract our sign, our answer take the sign to the larger number, right? So it will not be 1 and 2, it will be 1 and negative 2. So I'm going to substitute now. I rewrite my first term, which is 2. I am not going to write that. I'm going to use this to write it. All right. So I'm going to subtract 2x and I'm going to add x. Then I'm going to subtract my squared term. I now factor out. I group them. I go in here. Our highest common factor is 2. 2 multiplied by 1 will give me back 2. And 2 by x will give me this here. Remember, what is in one must be identical for the other. 1 multiplied by x will give me back x. And when I multiply x by x, I'll get back x squared. I need a sign for down here. What sign you think we'll put? We'll put plus, because we want to get back a plus and we want to get a minus. Because a positive by a negative gives a negative. We put together and we write our answer. The larger will be 2 plus x. 2 plus x is larger than 1 minus x. That's our answer. I'm going one more time. In this case, my a is greater than 1. My a is 3 and my c is negative 4. So my AC is negative 12. I come up with my factors. 1 multiplied by negative 12. Negative 1 multiplied by 12. 2 multiplied by negative 6. Negative 2 times 6. 3 multiplied by negative 4. Negative 3 by 4. Now, only one of them is applicable to this problem. Like I said, we rewrite our ax squared. We're not going to write this. What we want would be two numbers. When we add them, we get negative 11. But when we multiply them, we get negative 12. Let us look at these multiplying factors we wrote. 1 times negative 12 is negative 12. 1 plus a negative 12 is negative 11. So immediately I see my answer. 12 has to be negative, 1 has to be positive. So negative 12x plus x minus 4. Because when we add these two, we must get back negative 11. And we factor out, we group them, and then we go in. 3 and 12, the highest common factor is 3. X squared and x, the lowest power is x. What do we multiply by? 3x by x will give us 3x squared. 3 multiplied by 4 will give us that 12 we need. So now we need x minus 4. We need something for here. Notice, this is positive, that's negative. We have the exact same thing already. The only thing we could multiply it by is 1. And we need a sign. Now we need to get back a positive and get back a negative. So the only sign we could use is the plus sign. And then we write our answer. These two are common. 3x plus 1 is the highest common, the highest grouping. And x minus 4 will be the lowest grouping. You always put the highest first, followed by the lowest. Sometimes this in here is higher. You will put it here. Otherwise, you put it there. 3x plus 1 will be greater. That is why it's there before. Now, this has been a lot. Yeah, I must confess. Students, you may not get it at your first try, but you will have to be determined to practice, practice, practice. I've done 4. I decided to look for ones that, have different signs, where the coefficient is 1, where the coefficient is greater than 1, and to give you a spread with reference to signs and everything. So your task will be to review, review. You write the questions, you pause, you go back, you come forward, and we'll discuss in class. Thank you.